Hello and welcome to our second movie clip for Adobe Flash CS3, and we call it Movie Clip 2. All we're going to do is create some flashing lights that if you did it in frame by frame animation, this would take you forever, but it can be done really quickly. So we're just going to make a bunch of flashing lights to spell out something on a stage. So to start with, we'll just make a fairly small circle. So underneath the rectangle tool is the oval tool. You just hold the shift key, and let's make something quite small. I'll just look at the properties panel here, and then we can see that our circle has a 4. I'm just going to make it nice and small. And I'm just going to highlight it with the black arrow tool, right click, convert to symbol, and I'm going to call it lights 1, and I'm not going to make it a button, I'm going to make it a movie clip. Very important. And I'm going to say OK, and you'll notice it suddenly showed up here. I'm going to double click on the icon of lights 1, and I'm just going to go like this. I'm just going to go F6 and F6. And I'm going to go in here and I make that blue, and then I'll maybe make that like a bright pink. So it just makes a flashing light. So if we go back to scene 1 and control enter, and then the light just flashes. So what if we wanted more than those? Instead of doing it over from scratch, you can just right click and duplicate, and we'll call it lights 2. And I'm going to go OK. I'm going to double click into lights 2, and this time actually I'll click on the first one, and I'll go shift key and click on the last one so it selects all 3, and I'll go right click and reverse frames. Okay, so now if I went back to scene 1 and I drag lights 2 on, I'm on the wrong layer, it'll be on this layer, and I drag lights 2 on, then I go control enter, then it flashes differently. So let's right click and duplicate, and I'll make a lights 3, and I'll say OK, and I'll get into lights 3, and this time I'm just going to completely change it up, and I'm going to go yellow, and I'm going to go with like a purple, and then I'll go maybe like a really light pink or something like that. And then I go back to scene 1, and I'm going to use this, and I'm just going to use all of these to maybe spell out a word or something. There's my AC/DC. So I just spell out any letter, a word, I don't really care. But it shows you how easy it is to do repetitive motion. And think if you had to do that in frame by frame animation, that would take a long time. But right click, duplicate, and then change them up a bit works very well with movie clips. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye.